Madam Chair, thanks for this historic hearing. There are those of us who are concerned about this issue, but you used your authority as chair of the Appropriations Committee to draw us together and to tell this story to a much larger audience. So thank you very much for that. Mrs. Emily Stinson, that daughter of yours is amazing. She gets a special congressional medal for putting up with so much political speeches, so many political speeches from this side. If you've ever been a parent sitting in a doctor's office with a baby on your lap and heard those words that were earth-changing diagnoses, you knew your life would never be the same. And the questions that you would ask, and I've been there, the questions you would ask are pretty obvious. Is there a medicine? Is there a surgery? Is there a procedure? If not, is there a clinical trial? We all ask the same questions faced with this terrible challenge, praying to God that one of the answers is yes. And that's what this hearing is all about, to make sure that one of those answers is yes. It really makes all the difference in the world. So I will tell you that 10 years ago, I went out to the NIH and met with Francis Collins, who I consider to be a modern-day saint, and said to him, you'll appreciate this, Dr. Parikh, I can remember the time when a handful of legislators, Specter and Harkin and Porter, doubled the NIH budget. And I said to Dr. Collins, I don't think I can do that again. What can I do? He said, give us 5% real growth a year. And the researchers will be confident that next year is going to be a good year too, and they'll stick to their research and good things will happen. So I set out to do that, and the first person I visited was Patty Murray, who was a willing volunteer in that effort. And Roy Blunt, Republican senator from Missouri, who chaired the subcommittee, and then Lamar Alexander, another Republican senator from Tennessee. And we achieved not perfect 5% growth each year, but we went from a $30 billion budget in FY15 to NIH budget of $49.8 billion today, $49 billion today. 60% increase, 60%. The suggested change from the Trump administration and NIH will wipe out all of that. 10 years, 1 decade of work, bipartisan work to increase medical research across the United States. That's what's at stake here. That's what we're getting down to. I look at it and I think we haven't mentioned, but I want to mention the number of drugs that have been approved by the FDA in the last 2010 to 2019. 356 new drugs. You see them on television all the time. 356 new drugs. How many came out of NIH research? 354 of the 356. We got to make sure that that's part of the record as well. Their research leads to medicine that makes a difference. And that's what we're all fighting to make sure it continues. I also want to put in the record, Madam Chair, a statement from the Defense Health Research Consortium that talks about the Department of Defense medical research as well. It's focused primarily on veterans and members of the military, but it has many applications beyond. Traumatic brain injury, the research also affects epilepsy. So there are many different ways that these things can work together.
Without objection.
Thank you. I just want to close by saying that want to make America great again? Don't run away from that child sitting there at that table. Stick with the research at NIH that gives her hope. We can work together, and I think this hearing is a good indication there's strong bipartisan support for NIH. Thank you, Madam Chair.